this is going to be a rant video, so prepare for me to jumble my letters, go off on tangents, and just have steam coming out of my ears, okay? So, I was on YouTube yesterday, and you know how YouTube will recommend the most random things to you, and sometimes they'll recommend something good once in a while, but that's a video for another day. However, I was scrolling on YouTube just looking through my recommendations, and I saw someone post a video reviewing Taco Bell's wings. And I said, no way. So I watched the video, and it turns out that they're good. It turns out that generally people like the item, that they had these bone-in wings, Taco Bell did, and people loved them. And I go to see where I can get them, what's the gimme, what's the shimmy on the wings, and everything comes up saying that they were only made for literally like 3 days. 3 days! They sold the wings for 3 days, so I couldn't get them because by the time I watched the video, it was on the last day of the making them. So I can't ever try them because Taco Bell's not selling them. And then I thought, if your items are good, why would you get rid of them? Now, I know that there's an explanation for probably every single complaint I have on this list, like they didn't have enough supply to meet demand, limited time items, blah 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 blah. I know there's an explanation, but I'm just expressing my upsetty spaghettiness about these items that we can no longer get from fast foods, because you know me, I'm a big person. I love fast food. I love going out to eat. So I've had my fair share of fast food. I've had plenty of things to try. I've seen things come and I've seen things go. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about things that I personally miss from fast food restaurants. So, but talking about the wings, if you have an item that's good, you have fans. You have fans that will, maybe they don't even like tacos. Like me, I don't like tacos. Sorry. But I would go to Taco Bell to get the wings. But they don't have them anymore. They're not making them anymore. If you have something good, you should keep it on your menu because you are guaranteed to get people that will come out of their house. They will drive their in the snow to get to the restaurant to try the wings. So if you have something, you should keep it. So this is an unscripted video, by the way. So if I just stare off into space for 10 seconds, I apologize. But speaking of Taco Bell, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with nacho fries. I've seen commercials. I've seen the marketing for these things everywhere. I even see it at the movie theaters. But the thing about the nacho fries from Taco Bell is they put them on the menu and then they take them off and then they put it back on months later, maybe even a week or two later, and then they take them off again. I don't understand it. I don't know why they bother taking them off if they're just going to put it back on again. Maybe they think they ran out and they won't get any more, so that's why it's a limited time thing. But then they bring it back on out of the blue. They've done this, I think, about 5 times. I go to the movie theater and they have these weird commercials. They always try to make them funny, but I personally never have laughed at a single one of their commercials. Sorry, get yourself a new commercial maker, Taco Bell, because it's not working. But it's before the movie starts, before the trailers. They always like to put ads before the trailers. I know my movie theater's schedule. I go there, they put on these commercials for nacho fries, limited time only, blah, blah, blah. And then they take them off and you never hear from them again. And then they put them back on again. I don't understand. I personally thought they were okay. I wouldn't dip them in cheese, but I did like the seasoning. I thought it was okay. I think they were fine. On another thing at Taco Bell, I would say probably junior year of high school, they had these things called naked chicken chips. Naked chicken chips. Essentially, it was a chicken nugget, but it was shaped like a chip. It was the triangle-shaped chicken. They were stellar. I loved them. I would even dip them in cheese. They were really good. And then they got rid of them, and they won't bring them back. I've had a lot of people who love them, and they would go back to get them. Me personally, I would regularly go to get those things because they were good. And now they got rid of them, and now they're never here again. Unless we're lucky. They keep bringing back the nacho fries, and I'm pretty sure those things weren't even as popular as the naked chicken chips. You could strike me down with a lightning bolt if you don't agree with that statement. I personally don't care. But their chicken chips were stellar, and I would love to see them return. So we're done with Taco Bell. Actually, I take that back. Please bring back your Dr. Pepper Vanilla Freeze Taco Bell. That thing was delish. Moving on to another restaurant that everyone knows, McDonald's. I hate McDonald's. I've always hated McDonald's. Except for the time where they had these items. I remember in the early 2000s, maybe like 2008, 2010-ish, somewhere in that little area, they had these things called chicken selects. Yes, I am aware that they have these buttermilk tenders, and they're also chicken tenders. The chicken selects were chicken tenders, like I said. They also had the buttermilk tenders, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna be roasting that thing in a second. They had these things called chicken selects, and they were really tasty. I really liked them. They weren't too fat, and they weren't too skinny. They had just enough breading, and they had just enough meat. They were scrumptious. They got rid of them, and then they brought them back maybe 2 years later, and then they took them off again, and they're gone. Then they tried to bring these buttermilk crispy tenders, and I hate them. I hate everything about them. The pricing is awful, and the chicken itself is terrible. Half the time I'd get them, the chicken wasn't cooked all the way through, and when you bite into it, it snaps, and it's something it's hard to describe. I know my chicken. I'm everything about chicken. Ask Dan Tenaglia. He knows I know my chicken. These things were not it. The breading was too much. It was probably, I'd say about 50% breading, 50% about chicken. No, that should not be the case. We want a light breading and plenty of meat. I'm getting chicken tenders, not breaded tenders. But they were okay sometimes if you got like smaller ones, but we're not going to talk about that. And we're also not going to talk about their honey glazed tenders because I personally, it's like putting a negative in a negative and it doesn't make a positive. You'd get these soggy tenders that were, I could get better tenders at my high school lunch. Just saying. But another word on McDonald's is they had these Mighty Wings. I'd say maybe when I was in 8th grade, they brought them on the menu, and they were stellar. I think they are pretty similar to what Taco Bell's were a few months ago, their wings that we talked about. I'm pretty sure they're similar to those. People loved them. They got rid of them, never seen the light of day again. I don't really recall anything from McDonald's else that I liked that they got rid of. Also, their fries, they're awful. I'm sorry, just hit me with the lightning bolt. I hate their fries. Let's talk about Wendy's, guys. Wendy's used to be my least favorite fast food restaurant. After they changed their fries, okay, they had a different fry, okay? I remember when they changed them to the natural cut fries. Their fries, I used to hate because typically, their fries themselves aren't bad. They're good fries. But Wendy's, for whatever reason, they will give you fries that's been under a heat lamp, a flippin', probably something like this. They will give you something that's been under this for probably about 30 minutes, and then they'll put it in your sack, and they will give it to the customer. No. Those fries are sad fries. Sad fries. However, a few months ago, they were they still brag about them. They even play it at the movie theaters. They play this commercial about how their fries are hot and crispy guaranteed. I went back to Wendy's. Those things are flawless. Those things are hot. They are crispy. Those are what fries should be. Take notes, McDonald's, and your skinny little shoestring fries that are almost looking like Steak and Shake's little mess. I could tie my shoes with those things. They're that skinny. I digress from that. But their new fries are great. They're really good. I haven't had a bad experience with Wendy's fries since then. And also, I thank you, Wendy's, for bringing your spicy nuggets back and keeping them on your menu. Thank you for that. You've finally done yourself a service. Because their nuggets are good. I like the regular nuggets. They have to be hot though, just like the fries. But their spicy nuggets are amazing. They have to be hot though too. But they're even better than the regular ones. I'll get 10 regular and 10 spicy because I like them equally. What Wendy's tried to do, however, they tried to do chicken tenders. Now, this was about the same time McDonald's had these new buttermilk tenders, which I hate, and we talked about those. They had their own chicken tenders. I tried them once, and I will never get them again. They got rid of them, however, I'm glad that they made that decision because stick with the nuggets. That's what you're good at, Wendy. Now we go on to Burger King. Now, Burger King, I think, has had the most change that I've been aware of. Of course, when all fast food restaurants will play the game where they bring back something old and say that it's new. They've done this a lot. Like the Taco Bell nacho fries, they claim it's new, it's been on your menu, blah, 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 blah. But the Burger King, what they did, I was really young, and I'm pretty sure you remember these too. They used to have these crown-shaped nuggets. These things were delectable. I would love them. I used to rip them apart because they had like 3 little points on them. I'd rip them, one piece, eat it, and just pop the other in my mouth. Then they got rid of them, and then they have these cheap dollar nuggets of like $1.29 for 10. You're paying for what you're eating. Those are like Dollar Tree nuggets. They're not awful, but they're good price, so I can't really complain. If you were paying what you pay for Wendy's nuggets, I'd be disappointed. But their nuggets are not terrible. I like the spicy ones, and the ghost pepper ones were a little spicier, but those people in the commercials who are like crying because they're hot, how dare you? Those things aren't even that spicy. If you want spicy, go to Wings Etc. and try the wall sauce. That actually makes me sweat, and that's actually spicy, you weak people. They've done a lot of things with their nuggets. And now we talk about chicken fries. Their chicken fries, they used to have good chicken fries. And you're probably saying they have chicken fries now. They used to have these chicken fries. I remember it, you don't. Unless you're smart and got that IQ like I do. They used to have these thick ones, okay? They used to probably be like Arby's old mozzarella sticks. I will expose you, Arby's, in a few minutes. They used to have ones that were about as thick as their mozzarella sticks, and you got 9 of them. They were great shape. They taste about the same, but they are not as thick. They had more meat, less breading. These ones are good, but they have a little more breading and less chicken, which I know they're called chicken fries, and you're not getting the same amount of meat as you would a tender, but I will roll in my grave until they fix that. Also, they used to have this really cool item called a cupcake milkshake. I'm not complaining because I only got about 2 times, maybe 3, but it was a really good shake. And do you guys remember when Wendy's used to have these classic yellow things, like the little holders they put the nuggets in their fries in? Those were the good days. Now we just get the sad thing that says quality is our recipe. But if you're serving the cold fries, you're lying to me, Wendy. Okay, but the cupcake shake from Burger King was really good. Now we're going to talk about Arby's. Arby's really did me dirty when I was informed that they got rid of their potato cakes. Bro, this is a great potato item. I like it better than their curly fries. I'm not really a curly fry person. I don't want to eat something that looks like a pig's tail. Sorry. Except the loaded curly fries, those are good because they put that real good bacon on it. And I know my bacon. Arby's knows their bacon. I'm proud of you, Arby. Also, what the heck is your logo, Arby? Is that supposed to be a hat? It looks like a... Never mind. But Arby's got rid of their potato cakes. I'm upset about that. I used to love their potato cakes. They were a little greasy, but what isn't greasy at a fast food restaurant? I mean, feel me on that one. But I'm upset they got rid of them. They do have crinkle cut fries now, and I am thankful that they actually have those and not just the curly fries, because we already talked about the pig's tails. But the curly fries are really, really good. They're not overly salty. You don't even need to put salt on them. Sometimes they're a little too salty, but I've never had that experience. But I always like to say, leave the salt to the consumer. But their curly fries, the crinkle fries are good. I'm glad that they keep them on the menu. Please don't get rid of them. I think they're going to save them because they got rid of the potato cakes. Maybe they wanted to swap places with it. But come on, at least give us 3. I know 3 potato items is a little too much, but come on, man. Come on, man. And then they have these nice bone... Okay. I like your chicken bites. They're like nuggets, kind of, but a little bigger. Okay, you could make the argument that boneless wings are chicken nuggets, and I'm alright with that. I'm okay with that. But then they had these new ones, which are really good. There's something different about the last few ones I've had because it used to taste like your tenders, which your tenders are phenomenal. Take notes of that. McDonald's. Take notes of that. Do Arby's tenders, McDonald's. Do something like that. They're really good, even though a lot of people say Arby's has worms. But that's a conspiracy in itself. But they have really good tenders, but their boneless bites were like their tenders, but they're smaller. But I don't really know what they did with the new ones. It could just be me always having B-dubs on my mind and thinking about their boneless wings, which is what this big boy has been having a little too much. But then, to finish this video, we're going to talk about Culver's. Culver's really did me dirty. They don't have their buffalo tenders anymore. And I did hear that they're having a chicken tender shortage at some places. I don't know if that's why. But you haven't had these things since June. And it's January. It's been like 7 months since I've seen them. And I love your buffalo tenders. Your regular tenders are crap. The breading is not it. I could mistake it for a piece of fish from McDonald's. With that being said, I think I've had my fair share of fast food items that I don't really know what to call this video. Maybe it's just fast food items I miss, fast food items they change. They keep changing their menu all the time. I remember when I went to KFC and they said they're out of chicken. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a little honorable mention. KFC got rid of their potato wedges, and they have these fries that are saltier than I am. I don't know anyone else who is saltier than me. You could just go like this, and then there'd be salt coming off. And I'm not talking about my dandruff because we already solved that issue with the shampoo that I use, Head and Shoulders. Thank you. But they used to have these potato wedges, phenomenal wedges. I liked it better than their mashed potatoes. Fight me on that one. Now they have these fries that are way too salty. Like, you don't even need a packet. Like, the packet can just grow some legs and just walk away. You don't even need the packet. The fries are just so salty on their own. I will never go back to KFC for a couple of reasons. One, I worked there. 2, their manager is an illegal immigrant. Also, we're fine with that. I love the hard workers. But 3, but she was a B word. Then 3, I know their secrets, but I will never go back to KFC. Their cookies are okay. Actually, we take that back because now they're pre-packaged in their own little sleeves. But I digress. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like what you see, if you have something to rant about, feel free to comment down below. I'd love to read it, and I might even pin it if it's that good. If you want to roast me, I'm fine with that one too, because there's probably nothing that I haven't heard before. But I thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. tickle that subscribe button, won't ya? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.